Hello again and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to preface this video with a bit of a disclaimer because I don't personally consider my life to be boring, but I think by the standards of this world it probably would be considered to be. But more and more I seem to find myself really taking for granted that I enjoy the simple life without thinking about the reasons that go into it. So maybe I can shed light for someone else and maybe either inspire you to also be involved with simple living or encourage you to keep going. So let's dive right into it, shall we? First and foremost, I want to point out that I don't have an empty calendar. Not in the least. As a matter of fact, my husband said to me the other day when we were looking at my calendar, he said, don't overload yourself. And I don't, but I seem to be fitting in things that I really want to do. Things like a yoga class that became available to me and I didn't even know, an exercise class. Of course, I make time for walking, which is a great love of mine. Spending time with loved ones, spending time with even our pets who are also loved ones, especially ours that are getting older and we won't have them for a long time, so enjoy them now. And alone time also. That alone time is important just so you can listen to the birds in your backyard. It's not anything that is, again, exciting, and it's not considered productive, and it's not something that everybody would choose, but they are things that matter to me and that I want to make time for. My husband and I choose not to get overloaded with bills, but rather to live within our means. Expenses are going to come up and nobody can help that. But rather than to buy on a whim instead of buying intentionally, that brings a stress that's unnecessary. And as much as possible, we're trying to cut that out. I forgot who said it, but there was a minimalist that I'm going to quote now saying that it really takes a lot less that we think to make us happy. So for us, for example, that means that when the lease is up on our Jeep, we're going to take that back because we already have two good working vehicles. And instead, we'll use that money in the future once the lease is up to save it or to use it to travel, which would be very nice. I also choose to keep a very good distance from OPD, other people's drama. I'm convinced that some people find drama to be exciting. Well, it's an excitement I don't really choose for my life. The Bible says, if at all possible, be at peace with all men. That's a really good thing to aspire to. But it's not always easy, especially when there are people, and it's the truth, that are committed to drama. And after some years of um, having being around episodes with different actors of drama, it really wears you down. It really is stressful. So this year I've made more of a conscious effort to stay away from disagreements, stay away from that because that has nothing to do with me. And I think that that's where we need to be. We need to understand that sometimes it has nothing to do with us. Sometimes that is a battle someone else is playing. And our role is to surround ourselves with what is positive, to surround ourselves with what is loving, and to sometimes just you have to walk away, or sometimes you have to just spend time on your own too. So That's another thing that is part of just a more simple life and a more keeping things simple, yes. I've also come to the conclusion that I rather like routine. Not always, but sometimes. It's calming. There's something very centering about getting up in the morning and enjoying the morning, really savoring the morning, savoring that first cup of coffee, which really is the best coffee of the day. And your breakfast, making your bed, your wash day when you wash, doing the dishes, loading the dishwasher. I know that those are things that are very mundane, but they're a part of life, and they're a part of those moments. Making cookies, so when your loved ones come home, they have a delicious sweet snack. All of those things. I kind of like routine. It's part of that peaceful life. The last one's kind of a surprise, I suppose, but the last thing that I choose in my life and that I enjoy is work. I love working with my hands. Uh, this year I exchanged working outside of the home for being a homemaker, and I truly enjoy, besides my volunteer work, which includes helping my daughter-in-law to serve lunch to the kids at school, which I really enjoy. I'm a lunch lady. And it's fun. I enjoy also working around my house. I enjoy the physical part of it. I enjoy the well, we haven't gardened yet, as you could tell. Our backyard really does need some work also, because that's work. But I enjoy cleaning my house, keeping it in order, doing just things, painting it. We've been working on it. I enjoy work. Work is something that, if it's meaningful, it makes all the difference in the world. And maybe in the future I'll be doing something else, but for now, I've always wanted to just stay home and really love on my house and love on my family, and I'm getting the opportunity to do that. Might not be for everybody. It's not some successful career. And what is success really? Success is to be happy. That is the real thing. To be happy, to be joyful, to be at peace. So that is my video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, I hope that you'll share it with someone else. Please consider becoming a subscriber. If you would like it, I'd love that. If you'd make a comment and tell me how your life is too, and how you have changed it in that way, I would appreciate that too. So thank you for being with me at this time, and until I talk to you again, God bless you.